The storm raged on. The group prepared for the worst, their worst fears materializing with terrifying speed. The mini cruise ship capsized, throwing them into the turbulent waters. Panic set in as they scrambled for survival. There were only 3 life jackets on board, leaving 3 of them to cling to each other in desperation as they jumped into the sea. Their screams echoed through the stormy night, but there was no rescue in sight. The mini cruise ship slipped beneath the surface, its fate sealed. Meanwhile, at the shipyard, the engineer monitoring the navigation system noticed the vessel had vanished from radar. Assuming the severe weather was the cause, he didn't raise an alarm, unaware of the tragedy unfolding at sea. The ocean's fury was merciless. The strong current swept the group away, the downpour and lightning making it impossible to stay afloat. Tragically, 2 of the friends succumbed to the waters immediately, drowning in the darkness. The remaining 4 clung to each other, fighting for their lives, but their chances of survival seemed slim. The storm showed no signs of abating, and the sea seemed determined to claim them all. The tempestuous night wore on, and the strong currents tore the remaining 4 friends apart, each forced to fight for their lives. Exhaustion eventually claimed 3 more, leaving only Desmond afloat. The current swept him away to a distant city, unbeknownst to him. As the storm finally began to subside around 3 a.m., the sea's fury slowly receded. The dawn broke, casting a pale light over the waters. At 6 a.m., a shipyard worker spotted something static on the beach, resembling a human form. He cautiously approached, and his worst fears were confirmed. It was indeed a person. He raised an alarm, and the ambulance was summoned. Upon arrival, the shipyard worker identified the person as one of the 6 friends who had rented a ship from their yard a day before. A search and rescue team was launched. They suspected they might have drowned. Divers were deployed to scour the waters for the remaining victims. Tragically, the other 3 were found, but there was no life left in them. An investigation into the tragedy was promptly initiated. The engineer confessed he noticed the mini cruise ship vanished from radar, but he thought it was because of the change in weather. The engineer was arrested on charges of negligence, failing to raise an alarm when the ship vanished from radar during the change in weather. Desmond, the sole survivor who had been swept away by the currents, remained missing. Authorities presumed the worst, that he might have fallen prey to sharks. The shipyard was shut down pending the outcome of the investigation. The families of the victims were informed about the tragic incident. They rushed to the shipyard to identify the remains of the victims, after which they were sent to the morgue. In the aftermath, the families of the victims found closure, albeit a painful one. The deceased friends were given a befitting burial, their memories etched in the heart of those who loved them. The tragedy would leave an indelible mark on the lives of those touched by it, a sober reminder of the unforgiving power of nature.